Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and tonight I am going to make some sauerkraut. I had some good friends of ours that own a barbecue catering company give me a bunch of bags of this pre-cut coleslaw. It was out of date, they couldn't sell it and use it in their business, so they sent it to me for the chickens. And I opened it and I was going to give the chickens some, and I realized it is still perfectly fine. There is nothing wrong with it. The cabbage is perfect. It's already sliced up, and so I am just going to make some sauerkraut with some of it. And I've never tried doing it with the carrots and the red cabbage in it. I've always just done it with just regular cabbage. So I'm going to make some of this tonight and see how it turns out. And gosh, it's like 10:15. I sometimes just get on a roll and decide I want to do something. Just came in. I worked all day, cooked dinner, went out, worked into the garden until after dark, and then decided, you know what, after I took a shower, I think I'm just going to make sauerkraut tonight. So, got a wild hair, so I am going to make sauerkraut. And I'm going to start with just 2 containers of this right now, because I only have 6 wide mouth jars that are scrubbed and cleaned at the moment. Try and get me out and it in. So I'm going to see how much 2 makes and then go from there. So there's 2 bags of that. And then I'm just using the kosher salt. And start massaging it in and see what we get. I know a lot of it is the cutting process that releases the juices, and it's fresh. This has been cut and it's been stored in bags for a while, so I don't know how much juice is going to be in here and how much juice is going to end up being released in the cabbage. So this is just our first time trying. I hated the idea of all of this cabbage going to waste. Not that my chickens would not greatly appreciate it, but I just thought, you know what, if we can consume it, I may as well use it and make some sauerkraut. So I'm going to keep working on this and see how much juice I can get out of it. Okay guys, I have been massaging this for about 15 minutes, and it is releasing a lot of juice. So I am gonna massage this one for probably another 5 or 10 minutes and see what else I can get out of here before packing the jars, and see how many jars this fills up before opening another bag. So I'm just gonna give this a few more minutes of the squeezing process here and wearing my hands out, and then just gonna see where we stand. I'll come back when I'm done squeezing the juice out of this. Okay, I have the wide mouth jars, and I am just going to fill these up, and then once they're all filled, and I have plenty of the brine covering it and have them all smushed down, then I'm gonna put a piece of saran wrap over it and drop a little jelly jar in the top to hold everything down. So I'm going to start squeezing and packing this into the jars to make sure I have plenty of juice, and I'll show you that once I have all the jars filled. Okay guys, this is working out really well. I don't know if you can see that. There's still a lot of juice in here, and I'm using one of these little mini rolling pins to really smush it down in here, because it's wooden, it's round, it's crushing it, and it won't bust the glass or scrape the glass. So if you have one of these, they work really, really well. And because my hands are getting super tired doing this, I went ahead and got the other 2 bags of coleslaw, and then I talked to my wonderful son that's sitting over there, thrilled to death to be helping his mother squish cabbage at 11 o'clock at night. But we are getting this done, and we are going to probably have it done in the next 15 minutes so everyone can go to bed. So once I get some more of it in jars, I will come back. I have my jar of cut cabbage and carrots. And you can see there's a good layer of the brine at the top. And what I like to do is just take a piece of plastic wrap and put the plastic wrap over it and push it down in. And then this is just a little jelly jar. I filled it with water, put a plastic lid on top, and I'm going to set the jar in there. And then I'm going to take it and put it in another pan that has a towel in the bottom and cover it up with a pillowcase. And I'll show you what it looks like after I get that set over there. Okay, as you can see, I have a pan here that has a good lip on it. So if anything drips over, which it will, because I tend to put a little more brine than necessary, just because I want to make sure that there is plenty of brine and that it does not ever see air, that air does not leak in. So I have plastic wrap. There's jars filled with water in the top of each one. It's sitting in a tray with a towel in the bottom. And then I'm just going to take a pillowcase and put a pillowcase over everything. And I'm going to leave it right here on my counter for at least 3 days. And checking it, I can just take the pillowcase off and check it and make sure that there's no issues with it. I've never had an issue, but just in case, it's right here. It's a reminder. I know some people say you can put it in a dark cabinet or something like that, but I always am afraid of it leaking in the cabinet, or out of sight, out of mind. So by leaving it on the counter, every time I step into the kitchen, I'm going to see this and I'm going to think, okay, I need to check on that. So it's here for about 3 days. It'll sit on my counter, and from here I will transfer it to the refrigerator. So 4 bags of that pre-shredded cut coleslaw made 5 full quarts of sauerkraut. So if anybody ever has that, you'll know you can do it. It really did squish down a lot. I didn't think I was going to have enough jars to do all 4 bags, but I did. So I hope this guys helps you guys, and hope you have a good evening.